Cool, let's go to Dean. He's a Man United fan. All right, Dean?
Dino.
All right.
Yeah, Dino, that was a shocking night for Manchester United and Ten Hag. A lot of the blame is going on Maguire and De Gea. How did you see it?
That's all the old players. All the old players played great football, all play good football until they win something, job done.
Say that. What's that?
Say that again, Dean.
All the old players, all the players that have been there the last 4 or 5 years, have all played well until they win something. Once they've won something, tools are down again.
What, they won the Carabao Cup? You're saying they've down tools since then? Is that what you're saying?
What, have they played a good match since it?
Not really, no. But I don't think that's what.
No.
I don't think that's where the problem lies, Dean. I think, in the first leg against Sevilla, they had the game sewn up. They were 2-0 up, and they threw it away at the end. And Ten Hag got it wrong. People will remember he actually made some substitutions in that game where he took his eye off the prize. He got a little bit complacent and allowed Sevilla back into the game. The game should have been dead and buried. So he has to take blame for it.
He's bringing players on that are saying that they want to, are complaining that they're not getting game time. He gives them game time. The game should have been sewn up at 2-0.
Yeah. He made the changes.
The game should have been sewn up. It should have been, years ago, Man United were fit to bring youth players in to keep the game at 2-0 in Europe.
Mm-hmm. Do you know, I'm looking.
The players don't perform. You need to complete clear out of anybody that was there in the last 5 years out.
Okay, I mean, so he did make 1 or 2 substitutions. He brought on Pellistri for Anthony, and Martinez. Martinez come off injured though, didn't he? So, but I did feel Ericsson came on for Fernandes, Sancho, and Elanga, Martial, and Weghorst. But even though at the time I did say I felt he took the eye off the ball, 2-0, you should be bringing this home. But tonight's performance, I think, tells us a lot about where Manchester United really are and where they want to be. Right? They've had a good season, not by decent. They're back in the top 4. They've won a trophy. They might not get past Brighton. In fact, I think Brighton will probably be favourites. But a lot of people are having a pop at Maguire, and all over the back pages. We're lucky enough to see the back pages that are appearing tomorrow morning. Everyone's having a pop at Maguire. Let me tell you, right? Even though he didn't cover himself in glory with that. The passer.
David De Gea
has
had an absolute nightmare.
He's killed him. It's a terrible pass. Maguire should react quicker, and he shouldn't get caught. Even boot the ball, do something with it. But my God, if you want your goalkeeper to throw you under the bus, that's as good as a decision De Gea you'll ever make.
Yeah,
throw him right. I feel for Maguire
and
a little bit.
Goal as well. De Gea, what's he doing there?
That's terrible.
I thought it was Cundy in goal.
That's terrible.
I mean, that's something you would do.
Mate,
couldn't trap a bag of cement.
Mate, let me tell you now, right? That first touch was like someone that's never played football before. It's like someone come out from the crowd. No, seriously, that was not like a footballer, was it? Not even non-league. He come out and he's trying to trap it with his toes. Stuart ran on the pitch.
Put some gloves on.
And Man United topless. That's terrible for him, mate. That's not a footballer. That's not. He plays with the ball every single day of his life. Yeah, terrible first touch.
I think he just had it's a bad decision.
He was doing ballet. He's coming out doing ballet with the ball at his feet, and he got.
There's Cundy playing in goal for Manchester United. Let's go to Gary. He's a Man United fan. All right, Gaz?
All right, Gaz?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, good, Gaz. Look, nightmare for you. Bad night. One of the worst this season, I'd say. That and the 7-0 loss to Liverpool, it's up there, isn't it?
Well, it's just your point I was about to make. You can see why this team got walloped 7-0 the other week by Liverpool. You can see that. I mean, it was just a bunch of... the way I saw it, it was like a bunch of teenagers on a five-a-side pitch. It was embarrassing.
They've got experience in there, Gary. Casemiro, Ericsson, Sabitzer. Yeah, Maguire's an experienced football player. Yeah. De Gea, hugely experienced. It's not like you've got a young team out there who've lost their heads. We're talking about top players here, Champions League winners.
I know, but it just seems like it was just a bunch of individuals playing. It's happened a few times this season, obviously against Liverpool, Brighton, a few others. It just seems like they just play as individuals. They don't. When the going gets tough, especially against Sevilla, it's going to be the hard place to go with the crowd up for it and stuff like that. It's just a bunch of individuals who never worked as a team, and they just got overwhelmed.
That was the biggest thing for me. I know Cundy was like, I'll make a change. But what I couldn't believe, Gary, was when you're talking about experienced players. I've played in midfield, and when you're under the cosh, you go, right, get in, get your players in, get Sancho alongside me, get Anthony in, get Sabitzer in. Let's shut up shop for 5-10 minutes. Get in at half time, 1-0 down. They were so open in midfield. Every time Sevilla got the ball, they looked like they were just passing. They looked like Man United didn't have a midfield. I couldn't believe it.
Referring back to my point about getting walloped 7-0 by Liverpool, you saw it a few weeks ago. I think it was they had a decent first half against Liverpool. I think they were like 2-3-0 down, and they were still going for it.
Yeah,
they were still going for it, and they just got carved to pieces. And it just seems similar to that today. It just, I don't know. It's just the lack of leadership was.
It was
quite clear,
alarming. It was alarming tonight. Yeah, it really was, and it's surprising.
Another quick point. You talk about the progress United have made this season. There's no doubt they have. They've been decent. But you look at the Carabao Cup. I mean, what decent team did we beat to win that trophy?
No, I saw that a couple of weeks ago. The run-in, it was
average.
It was a lovely draw, and you need that to win a cup.
Yeah, of course.
It's not criticism. It's you need that. You need a nice little bit of touch the draw. Other big heads to get knocked out the other side of the draw and see if you can go through. Right?
Of course, yeah, definitely. You need a bit of luck. Of course, you do. I mean, you can only beat the team what's in front of you. But my God, it was. Some of the draws we've had this season have been so favourable. But look, there's no doubt we've made progress this season, but there's certainly been a few wake-up calls, and today was just another one. So,
I think
Gary,
you're right, Jay.
I
think Ten Hag will look back at his own performance over those 2 legs. I think he'll look at himself, and look what could I have done differently. And I know we don't agree on this, but if you pick a team and the game, it's going away from you. Sevilla were so. It wasn't like they had
top players in there, Jace.
But Jay, it wasn't like there was 5 or 10 minute periods. It was consistently all over the pitch.
Who should you take off?
I would have. I wanted.
Who are you taking off?
I'd have taken Sabitzer off, mate.
Right, hold on. Right, so
I'd have gone 4-3-3.
Right, you're telling me now. Yeah. You're taking off Sabitzer, who scored 2 goals in the home tie. Yeah. You're going to take him off and put on Fred.
Yep.
Say you get beat 3-0 anyway. People are then pointing a finger at you, going, "What on earth were you thinking?"
Yeah, but there's nothing. He's not reacted to what's going on in front of him. He's waited and then he waits till half time.
Sometimes the players have got to react, Jace. Sometimes you've got to step up to the plate. Right. You're in midfield. I've played in midfield. Right. You've got to step up to the plate and say, "Get alongside me. We've got to get on top of this."
25 minutes didn't step up. 30 minutes didn't step. 30. He left it and left. I think sometimes you got to go. Do you know what? Right, you lot. I'm doing something about this. You're throwing me under the bus here, you lot. Something had to change.
Yeah.
I felt something had to change. And Ten Hag, I think he'll look back on that performance night on himself and say, what? And it's only natural, Jay, right? I'm not saying got to change the game, but he might go in a darker room and say, do you know what? Looking back and watch that game again, what could I have done to perhaps change the course of that game?
Yeah, no, I agree.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.